today about a new series that we're doing. We are now going to start stepping into air guns, and I started my air gun collection with the Edgun leshiy 2. I did lots and lots of research, and we're going to go ahead and discuss what I think of the gun so far. I've only fired 2 mags through it, and some of the issues I had right off the bat, and some of the ways that you can remedy those right off the bat so that you don't experience the same issues. So this is the Edgun leshiy 2, and it has, we're just going to get right into it, guys. Before we get right into it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. 92% of all people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything and gets you entered in to do free giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff that's coming up. And I think we're going to have a little bit of fun with this air gun situation. So there's some other things that are available for the air guns that aren't available, that are cost prohibitive in real guns. Air guns are more affordable in some ways and some more expensive in some other ways, so we'll discuss that. So this is the Edgun leshiy 2, and this gun cost me, with everything to get started, to go shooting and do all that stuff, cost me a little over $3,000. Now that sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. When you start thinking about how much you spend on ammunition to feed a gun, once you purchase a firearm, that's just the start, right? It's all plus, plus, plus. The scope does not count in that price because I already had the optic for my 17 HMR, and now we stepped it up to the 30 cal leshiy 2 so that you guys can see me filming at night with it, shooting with it. And this gun is absolutely backyard quiet as long as it has a suppressor on it, or moderator. Now, this is not a semi-automatic gun, as some people will tell you. Even Edgun West will tell you this is a semi-automatic gun. It is not. It is a self-indexing, just like a revolver, okay? That is not semi-automatic. And the reason I'm going to say that right off the bat is because in some countries it's illegal to have a semi-automatic air gun. So, let's be clear that it seems like it functions like a semi-automatic, but it's a revolver. It is straight up a revolver. It fires from the cylinder, not from a magazine. It fires from the cylinder, okay? They call these mags, but they're really not mags, it's a cylinder. Anyways, so first things first, this gun came to me. It was supposed to be full of air, and it was empty. So I thought maybe he just didn't fill it up very full. So I filled it up, and I was only getting 1 mag worth of shots out of it. Well, I filled it up, went to bed, got back up a couple hours later and said, I'm going to go look at my Edgun. Well, turns out that it had a leak. And so I called the gentleman that I bought the gun from, and he said that the #1 place that they get a leak, after I'd already found it, mind you, myself, was right here. Now, this is the new valve. It is the Raptor valve, and this is what I would recommend you buy with the gun from Edgun West. Now, you need this, and you need a gauge to tune it. So that's something you need to buy right off the bat if you're going to buy a tunable gun, whether it is with the Reaper system or if it's with the Raptor system. The Raptor system, you can get more power out of it. It's according to other people, more accurate, and it's made by Huma, which is one of the #1 regulator companies in the world. Of course, some people argue that, but that's what they say. And so far, the gun hasn't leaked a drop, and I don't even know how many mags. I think right now I'm on the 3rd mag, and it still hasn't dropped off the regulator yet. So, way more shot count so far. Of course, the other one I didn't get to see because it leaked, right? So I did try to fix the leak, but it didn't stop the leak. I inspected the O-rings. The O-rings seemed to be fine, but something was off. At any rate, he sent this to me next day. He made it right. Don't get me wrong, Edgun West, it's awesome. The guy that owns the place answers the phone. He takes your orders. He explains things to you. So as far as customer service, excellent, but just from my standpoint as a gun guy, I like to know what I'm getting into, and this is a new venture for me. So $140 and then $42 for your regulator on top of the price of the gun. Okay, so, and then you're not going to want to buy a bicycle high pressure pump to pump this up with. So this whole series is going to be about what it takes to own this air gun. And one of the things I decided to do right off the bat was to buy a PCP air gun compressor. And I bought the one from Edgun West, and I'll just show you the picture here. It's got a digital gauge. It's a 12 volt or 110 PCP air gun compressor. Okay, so we'll cover that in a separate video, but and we're not going to do any shooting on this video. So I will tie in some videos of me shooting it without the suppressor, and then a couple shots with the suppressor on. And let me tell you, it sounds like a 22 rifle going off. Otherwise, without the suppressor. Without the suppressor, or with the suppressor, it is insanely quiet. It's quieter than you would expect a Springer air gun to be. It's just quiet. And we're going to do some tests with sound meters and stuff like that I already ordered and have to test. So guys, this is just the introduction to the Edgun leshiy 2 with the Raptor on it, not the Reaper. So the Raptor valve is the valve that I'm going to recommend that you purchase right off the bat. No leaks. It was super easy to install. I was going to do an installation video, but the guy over at Edgun West did such a great job doing the video that I'm going to go ahead and say that's the best place to go watch it. He breaks it down real simple to you. It's super easy to operate once you have your gauge in. And I just want to make it super clear that I purchased everything on this gun. I didn't try to get any deals or anything because I'm a YouTuber. I purchased this myself. I wanted to buy this gun. There's plenty of other guns out there that I looked at that were in the same price range, but in my opinion, this is the gun to have. So, and I'm hoping that we can test it up against some other guns later on down the road, against some FXs and stuff, in the same kind of category, I guess you'd say. And we're gonna do that. So that just takes time. We're going to play around with this. We're going to get real familiar with this, and then we'll start stepping out into other air guns. So I have access to some really high-end precision 177 pellet guns that we will be testing. Now, this is not 177. This is 30 caliber, and it comes with a slugger barrel, or not a slugger barrel, but a barrel that does slugs and pellets, kind of does both. And we're going to be doing some accuracy testing. So this is in 30 caliber, and this is what a 30 caliber pellet looks like. Well, it's not a pellet, they call it a slug. Okay, essentially it's a bullet. It has an ogive like a bullet. Super accurate, packs energy. Right now I have this going 770 feet per second, 77, 78. And we also got a chronograph to go on the end of it. And some people will say that this is just a paintball chronograph. I'm going to say absolutely not. It's so far it has hit the same numbers that my other chronographs have hit. So everything's within 2 or 3 feet per second. So that's pretty accurate. It's cool. It hooks straight up to your cell phone, goes on the end of your moderator, your suppressor, and we will cover that in a separate video so that this doesn't become too long-winded, guys. So this is the Edgun leshiy 2. It's made in Russia, and I guess they're getting parts from other places now. And then I'm not 100% sure where the barrel that comes in this one is made at. So I will have more of those details on that for you coming up so that I have the whole package lined out. And then we will do a review on the compressor how fast it fills the air gun, and we'll just keep going from there with the series, guys. So please be sure to watch, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Again, guys, it doesn't cost you anything. I'd like to thank you again. God bless, and keep your powder dry.